Hello everyone, we're going to look at our Unit 1 property chart with exponents, and today we're going to focus on the first row going across, and we're going to focus on the product rule. So first let's look at the fill-in part of the notes, and we're going to talk about this rule. So the product rule. Do you guys remember what product means in math? Product is the answer to a multiplication problem. So let's fill in our little spots here. It says to find the product of two algebraic expressions with the same base, you're going to keep the base and add the exponents. Okay, so we're looking for a multiplication problem with the same base. So fill in those words. And let's take a look at our first example. Now this is a rule, like an algebraic rule. So this might look a little new to you, but it goes like this. A to the m power times a to the n power equals a to the m plus n power. Remember over here we said we add the bases. When the bases are the same, we keep the base and add the exponents. So here's an example. 5 to the second times 5 to the fourth equals 5 to the sixth. So we took the 2 and the 4 and added them together, and we got 5 to the sixth. Now here's how it looks when you expand it. 5 to the second power, that means 5 times 5. And 5 to the fourth power is 5 times 5 times 5 times 5. So if we took this expression and we expanded it, we would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 5s. So our answer would be 5 to the sixth power. So that would be the long way, expanding it. And then the shortcut is to keep the base and add the exponents. So let's try to apply the property. 3 to the sixth times 3 to the second power. So if I went ahead and expanded it, 3 to the sixth would look like this. And 3 to the second power would look like this. If we put that all together or counted them all up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, we would get 3 to the eighth power. So expanding it would be the long way. The shortcut that we learned from our rule is to keep the base, so we would keep the 3 and add the exponents, which gives us 8. So now I'm going to ask you to create your own example. So create your own. So you pick the base and the exponents. Just make sure you keep the base the same. I'm going to go with 8s. And you can create your own. So I'm just going to go with something like that. Okay, you choose your own base and you choose your own exponents. Keep the base, add the exponents. So that's the gist of the property. When we're finding the product of two algebraic expressions with the same base, we keep the base and add the exponents. Moving to the last column, there are things called coefficients. So a coefficient are the large numbers there that are in front of the variables. So the 5, the 3, the 2, and the 4. So thinking about this property, when the bases are the same, we keep the base and add the exponents. So the x's, I can see x's on both sides here. So if we expanded that, that would be x to the second, and this would be x to the third. Or I could use the property which says keep the base, add the exponents. So for my x's, we get x to the fifth, because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. Now let's look at the y's. So right here is 1, and right here is 2. So I have 1, 2, 3 y's, so y to the third. And then our final step is to look at that vocabulary word, the coefficients. So let's put all of our coefficients together. And we're doing regular math with these. They're not the same bases. They're all different. We have a 5, a 3, a 2, and a 4. So we do regular math here. So 5 times 3. So we're going to go 5 times 3 times 2 times 4. So that's 15 times 2 is 30. And 30 times 4 is 120. So this is our final answer. It would be optional to put multiplication signs between them all. And we should put the number out front, the coefficient goes out front, and then my letters go alphabetically. So when you have coefficients, you're going to treat them as just regular numbers, do the regular math problem with those. The property says when the bases are the same, we keep the base and add the exponents. Okay, so have all of your notes filled in for the product rule, and then you're going to do some practice with this rule.